I had this weird dream that my mother, Usha, brought her niece, Elizabeth, into my apartment. I was sleeping and I was awoken by her because apparently she had the super open the hinges of the door because she said that she couldn't get a hold of me. And I screamed at her. I'm like, "This is what you do? You almost gave me a heart attack." And I was like, "You didn't even call me. You didn't even give me a text message. And this is what you do? And you brought her," meaning Elizabeth, into my apartment. So I told Elizabeth, get out now." So she was just walking around and she was like, I love when she makes that sound like, thinks like she's like, tough shit. So I grabbed her by her hair and I dragged her out of my apartment. And I started screaming and cursing at my mother and telling her, "How dare you? You have no respect whatsoever. This is not my apartment. You own it. But this is what you do?" And I told her, I was like, "I'm going to scream on top of my lungs. I don't bleep, beep, 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 care whatever the neighbors hear." And now the door was just sitting there like half off the hinges and everything because she got into the apartment. Then, after I had kicked both of them out, my mother comes back and she left her purse and she left the hinges. And it was like a big spoon and a big fork. And I'm like, "What?" So I gave it to her. There was something else in the dream. I can't remember what I gave back to her. And I woke up and I was like, wow, that was intense. So a dream is just a dream, but I really loved the part when I just grabbed Elizabeth by the hair and just like yanked her out of my apartment, like, "Get out." So I don't talk to this person. I don't like her. She started so many problems with me, with other people. And she starts problems with my mother and I. So I went back to sleep. And then I had another vision dream that I asked Usha, "Did you bring Elizabeth into my apartment?" And she said, "I did last week." I was like, "You brought my enemy into my apartment?" You see, I woke up and I was thinking, what should I do? Because I'm like, this is devastating. I'm literally shooken because I don't know. Why would I dream that? So I go and I text my mother 2 days later and I said, I had this dream that you brought Elizabeth into my apartment. My mother tells me, "Oh, you and something," forgot what she said, something about, "Oh, these dreams, you need to go to church." And I get upset because I've caught her in her lies before. And I don't need church. I am church. I just know my mother goes to the voodoo